How we doing, everyone? Thanks for joining me. I'm back off my holidays. I'm back down charity, so we are going to make episode 44. I'm going to spin you around, show you where I'm at, what's happening, and yeah, we'll see how this one goes. So I'm standing here in Causeway Corner. Not feeling it. The wind, as you'll see, it's pushing over onto, I still think that's called Sunny Corner over there. It's pushing over onto that spot basically where we finished last time. So I reckon I might end up jumping back on there, repeat the process again. I have brought bait with me this time as well that I'm going to put out again, because we had tench off that spot last time, so I doubt there's any bait on it, because even though it's only been a couple of days since you've seen my last charity video, I've been in Cornwall for 8 days, 9 days, can't remember now. Haven't been fishing for about 10 days. I've not been here for about 12. So yeah, it might not seem a long gap from one vid to the other, but trust me, there's been no bait on that spot that I know of for well over a week and a half. So I think we need to put some on it. So I'm going to have a wander back round. Apologies on the wind if you can hear it. You can see it's blowing, a bit rainy. I'm going to walk back round to the point and we're going to pick up where we left off, I guess. So I'll see you when I get round there. Thought while I'm walking back round to the point, I'll just show you. You sort of drive round here. It's so lovely and built up with trees. It's just really picturesque, this lake. It's my favourite one. Like I say, it's got the least fish in. It's definitely the most difficult lake on here, but it's, I don't know, it's the nicest one to be sitting on. You know, for me, it's the nicest lake to be sitting on. See, there's trees all around. Got an otter fence all the way around the whole complex, which you have to, because just over there, River Wensum. So yeah, keep the otters at bay, etc. And then as you walk round, you'll see there's a sign here. That's why from Causeway Corner to the point, you'll see there's no fishing from this entire bank. So that's why the bloody fish get up this edge, because you can either fish it from the point, which is up there where my van is, or back where I've just stood in Causeway Corner. All this whole bank you can't fish from. So it's like a bit of a safe sanctuary. Plus it's got all pads. You'll kind of see if I sort of show you through here. There's lily pads, there's a willow hanging down, there's loads of snags here and stuff. It's safe for them. That's why the fish are up here a lot. But we're going to try and get them back out on that bloody spot. So we're just walking back. But I thought, you know what, we'll have a little walk together, because it's a lovely place to walk round. Well, we're not set, we're half set. Like I say, net and mats there. I've just dumped the rods in there, shelters up, etc. New bag as well. Talk about that later. I've trekked myself, but I can show you from the right hand side of the point what I mean about all this bank, all the way right the way back round Causeway Corner, sort of over there. You can't fish from it, so you can fish from here to sort of this side of the pads. I think if you go past that willow and where that stump sticks out through there where it's fizzing, let me just zoom you in and show you. See what I mean? That's why they like to get in there, because you can't get at them, because there is a stump, or there's something quite bad if you go past the willows and the pads into where that fizzing is. When I was leading, I felt it 2 or 3 times, and I don't feel safe putting a rig through there. So I can't get to them from there. Causeway Corner, we can get up here so far, and again, the snag or whatever it is still there. So they sort of hold in that area, but they do come out. They do come out. So let me spin you back round. We're going back over there out in the open water area on that spot again. And we're going to do something that I probably should have done a long time ago fishing back here. And that is fish my conventional way that I would normally approach it. So I'll get all set up. I'll bring you back and we'll go through rods, rigs, etc. And we'll see how this session goes. So I am getting there slowly. You'll see I've got some rods sorted out, etc. Marker rods out. But on it, oh yeah, probably going to ruin it straight away. I am actually going to spam some bait out. I don't normally do it, but I'm here for long enough. And I'm also, you'll see 2 rods are pointing that way. 1 rod is pointing sort of over that way somewhere. Again, I can't really give that way either. So I'm just going to show you what I'm actually going to put in. This is a 5 litre fox bucket. Ignore the other 2. That's just to make it easier so I don't have to bend down, because I'm a lazy bastard. And in here we have a mixture of 20mm, 12mm, 16mm krill. That's some CC Moore live system that I've just done a video on. And all I've done is mixed a load of, that is Pro Stim or Pro Stim liver glug from CC Moorport. So they've all been glugged in there. That bucket's nearly full, so I think there's roughly 3 kilos there. Basically, instead of putting little often, I'm putting 2 kilos out over the 2 rods, 1 kilo out over the 1 rod. That's it. You know, bait and weight. That's not excessive baiting, especially not now going into autumn. 2 kilos on a spot really isn't much, especially with the bloody tension here. And then we're going to fish a different method over the top to what I have been. But I'm going to get that bait out now. Apologies, you're not going to see me doing it. Purely to keep my spots quiet until I've had a fish out of here, basically. I've said as soon as I caught a fish, I'll show you where it is. But until then, unfortunately, that bit, next thing you see, will be an empty bucket. That's baiting up, taken care of. Now, bucket is empty. If you're wondering what the white powdery stuff is, it's garlic salt. I forgot to mention I'm going to add a pot of that into it. So that's had a whole one of those, which is, how many grams is that? Does it say? 90 grams of garlic salt has gone in roughly 3 kilo of boilies. And all the liquidy stuff is the old CC Moore Pro Stim liver liquid. So a really, really stinky mix of boilies gone out. Like I say, 12s, 16s, 20s, and then the dumbbell live system jobbies. So we've had 2 kilos go out around on that area for the left and the middle rod, and then a kilo over on the other new spot I found for the right hand rod. So that's baiting done. My next job is I've got to swap these spools, even though they've got white line on. They're not the 18-pound fluorocarbon that I'm going to be using. That is the old 17-pound KORDA long chuck mainline. Do you know what? Can't fault it. I think it's really, really good for a mono. Yeah, very impressed with that at the moment. But I don't need that on here. We're not fishing at range. So I'm going to swap back over to fluoro, get the rod set up, and I'll bring you back and we'll, actually get some bloody rods out there. So we're slowly getting there. The rods are set up. I've just come to the next peg because I can get down to the water's edge so I can test my rigs. I'm going to show you the rigs what they are. Basically, they are my normal bottom bait setup, but they're like what I call a wafting snowman. You'll see there, I've got a shot on the hook. That's a 16mm krill tough one. That's a 13mm Proper Jobs pineapple and butyric white pop-up. They are so buoyant, you have to shot them down. But what I want is the hook to lay flat, but the bait to waft. So if I chuck it back in, you'll kind of be able to see maybe how they're sitting above the hook, masking it, and they're all wafting around like little dancers. All 3 rods are going to have that on as my rigs, because this is how I should have started off, really, I think. So I'm going to get back to the next peg now. We'll show you the rod set up. We'll get some rigs out. Now the old rods are set up. We've just seen the little rig clip. We will have a look at that in a bit more detail in a minute. Rod set up. Just show you they're all switched to the 18-pound KORDA contour fluorocarbon, and they're all fished the same. You know it by now. The old 30cm of dark matter tungsten tubing, the KORDA run sleeve, 3-ounce flat swivel pair, size 8 quick change swivel. All 3 rods are fished the same. Everything's all wrapped up, ready to go out. Let me get you on the stand in the shelter, and let's have a look at the rig in a bit more depth, and then we'll get them out there. Let's take you back in the old shelter. As we do, you'll see cooking kits there. So yes, there is burning. PVA bags ready tied up. You can probably work out what's come in. Bag, I mentioned about the bag. That is TRAKKER 365, ready for winter. So I've trekked myself because we're going to be out in the winter, and that apparently is going to keep me warm. For you Pac-Man lovers, the old pillars, they're all there. But as you can see, it's just chaos. Look, most anglers have a couple of bits of meat chucked down the back of the shelter thawing out. I'll spin you around. That's going to be a view that you're probably going to see a bit of. I'm going to get you on the stand. Let's have a look at rigs in a bit more depth, and then let's get some rods out and get the bloody kettle on. Let's take you through the old rig in a bit more depth then, because this is either way I blind you with brilliance or baffle you with bullshit. Either way is good. As long as you enjoy it, that's happy days. So rig wise, it's about 10 inches long. The reason I've gone back to a longer rig is because I noticed when I shortened my rigs down, I hooked the tent straight away. When I had longer rigs out, I was getting away without hooking hardly any. So that's a good thing, because they are going to pick this bait up. It's inevitable. It's a white pop-up. Well, it's a white sort of snowman that's balancing, doing this. You imagine it's out there doing this all the time like a bloody beacon bobbing around. Tents are going to hit that. You can't avoid it. The only thing that can help me is a longer rig. They'll be able to inhale it and eject it and hopefully not hook themselves. That's the reason our curve point hook, again, it comes into play, because I know my rig's going to be inhaled, spat out over and over again quite a few times. I expect my hook point, which you'll see, is going to stay mega sharp. That's my reasoning behind that. The shot isn't quite enough to sink the bait. The hook is playing a part in it, but it's so critically balanced that if a carp inhales it, even from like a couple of inches away, the length of the rig can straighten out and it will just, it will fly in. So it's a critically balanced snowman basically, and that's where these come in then, the old PVA bags. They're just to get the rig out there so it doesn't tangle, put a bit of attraction around it. To be honest, by the time a carp turns up, the roach and tench and all that, they will have had that. So this really is just an anti-tangle kind of proofing, really. That's all it's for. It's not for attraction. I don't think it's going to do anything in catching a carp other than get my rig out there without tangling. This is the old Pure Cuts pellets. I'm still on those with a plum go in it and that, so there might be some like aroma and sediment left with a bit of smell and attractant, but yeah, to be fair, I think it is just anti-tangle. So I'm going to slide 3 bags on 3 rigs, get the old these thingies on, the old tungsten tubing sleeves on, and we're going to get some rods out there now. But the hook baits, just in case you didn't know, 16mm krill, tough ones. They're glugging in CC more pure stim liver, and then at my Proper Jobs pop-up spot, I've just picked 3 white ones out, which if you've ever used Proper Jobs, you'll know they could lift the bloody Titanic. That's a 13mm, and that's lifting a 16mm bait, a BB shot, and it's taken a size 5 wide gate hook just to hold bottom, as to speak. And I've trimmed it down. I should point that out. I've whittled that down as well, you know, so that just shows they are super buoyant. Anyway, this is enough of a waffle. Next thing you see is 3 rods going out, kettle's going on. Okay, we'll start with the left rod then. You'll see all 3 are going to look like that. Let's get them in. Okay, we'll get the second rod out now. The first rod I've put out was originally going to be the left-hand rod. To be fair, balls the cast right up. It's gone to the right-hand side of the spot, so that is now going to be put on the right-hand buzzer on the 2 rods on that spot, and this one is now going to become the left-hand rod. So yeah, let's hope I get this one a bloody target. And now time to get the right hand rod out. That's the one that's going over in that sort of zone. Again, all ready to go. And we're out. We are fishing. I will just show you these lines here because they are going out fairly tight. Hopefully the camera picks it up. Yeah, they're perfect. They're about 1.5 feet apart, which is ideal because the spot is maybe 3 foot by 4 foot wide. 3 foot from like this side to that side and 4 foot left to right. So that's what you landed on. Both rods are bang on that spot. And that rod there has gone out, landed perfect. So that is it. It is kettle time. Cheers all. First one of the vlog. I have had a couple of sips out of it, to be fair, because I've had to wet me whistle because this could be a bit of a waffle clip, so be warned. 3 things. Firstly, as always, I'm going to say thank you to you lot for supporting the channel in whatever way that you do. I can't believe how close I am to 3,000 subs already. My sort of year aim or end of year aim was to hopefully get somewhere near there. I'm less than 100 from that now, and we're in September. So from me, if you've hit that button, thank you very much. And if you haven't, please consider it. It is free. There is no contract. You can unsubscribe anytime. It just helps more people discover my channel. The more subscribers I get, that's the best sort of algorithm boost I can get from my YouTube, is people that subscribe. So if you have done that, thank you, and if you haven't, please consider it. But if you don't want to, just a thumbs up, that really does help, or a comment. Or if you don't want to do any and you just enjoy watching the content, that's absolutely fine. You're supporting me that way by keeping my view rate up. So whatever it is you do, thanks very much. So that's point number 1. Point number 2, not even sure if I've mentioned this in the vlog yet or not. Probably have, 5 minutes ago maybe, who knows. I don't have to pack up as early tomorrow or wind in. I'm not actually packing away tomorrow. I'm going to be in this peg tomorrow night as well, but I have got something to do for about an hour or so in the day, so I have got to wind in, but I don't have to do that till 8-9 o'clock tomorrow. So we're going to get an extra couple of hours sort of morning period bite time. So this vlog might be slightly longer, and then tomorrow's vlog I'm going to make might also be slightly longer, because I'll have my rods back in within about an hour, 2 hours of bringing them out, basically. Because some of you have said, mate, can you try and make your vlogs a bit longer, because they're a little bit short. There comes a point where I'm doing what I'm doing now, which is chatting. You know, to me, that's a boring watch. You're watching someone going fishing, not someone sat talking. So I am going to try and make the vlogs longer, because I am like taking on board what people are saying. Like, can you try and make them half an hour, 40 minutes? If I can, I will. But if they just come a load of talking waffle nonsense from me, then they'll just have to go short again, because I don't want to ruin them for other people that don't like this bit, the chatting bit. Because some people just like seeing the wildlife, the casting, the catching fish. Well, not being funny, you're on the wrong bloody channel at the minute for that, where I'm fishing at the moment for catching fish. But you know what I mean, I'm trying to accommodate everyone, but I have took on board you lot that have said try and make them longer, so we will be trying to make them longer. Right, third and final point on this clip. Once the clocks change, I don't think I'm going to be vlogging any of my sessions here anymore, unless I'm here for a day and a night, which I'll put into one vlog, purely because I'm going to be arriving and it's going to pretty much be dark when I get here. We're going to be setting up in the dark, we're going to be casting out in the dark, the whole vlog's going to be in the dark, and come the morning when I go to work, I'm going to be packing away in the dark. So any of you that like seeing the lake, you're not going to see it. The wildlife, you're not going to see it. Like I say, chances are catching by then are going to drop right off. I just don't think they're going to be an enjoyable watch. I think they're going to be really, really crap. Unless you lot that really are into say, mate, we'd love to see it anyway, just let me know in the comments. But I fully appreciate that these get less views, less of you watch it. My view rate to subscriber rate is about 25%, so only 1 in 4 of you actually watch these. So hopefully it's not going to upset too many people if these decrease a bit, because they will. As will the other places, because the clock's change. You know, it's dark. I'm at work. I only get limited time off. So the videos will slow down. But yeah, just thought I'd point them out. But anyway, this is a 3.5 minute load of waffle. So I'm going to bug off, drink this. Again, thanks for supporting the channel, etc. And the next thing you see will probably be some burning. Thought we'd best do an update. Tonight's burning. That is 2 minted lamb steaks, a piece of rump steak, and some mushrooms. So that is going to be tonight's burning. You'll see, or you might not see actually, you can now. Bloody started already. Look in here. Hurry up, come on. Look at the size of that. That's about 3 pounds if I'm lucky. Tench has already started. That was the right hand rod. So I'm going to get that out, unhook him, get it wrapped back up, get a fresh rig on, and we'll go again. So that's that one back out there again. It's not even got dark yet. I've already picked the tench up, so it ain't looking too good straight away, is it? If that rod goes again, or any of the other 2 rods go, basically if a rod goes, when I bring it in, it's not going back out with the same setup on. It's going to go back out with a double tiger on, just to see if that helps. Yeah, I think we might be in for a few more tench. I'm hoping I'm wrong, hoping there's no more, but it ain't looking good, is it? On the other hand though, that, oh yeah, look at that. That is starting to look very nice. So you burn addicts, you better appreciate that one, because there's a, yeah, look at it. Whoa, go on then. Right, I'll bring you back when that's finished burning, and let's hope one of these rods goes off with a carp on it next. There we have it, tonight's burnt nurse. Bit of juice on that plate as well, get in there. So that's 2 minted lamb steaks, a rump steak, and half a punnet of mushrooms. Yeah, burnt pretty well. Kettle's on. The light is starting to fade, so I'm going to get this down my neck, get washed up, sorted, etc. And let's hope that no more rods go off unless it's a bloody carp. We're now going into darkness, as you'll see that's sort of changed out here. I was trying to capture one of the baby feathery crew. Its tones changed. It's like its voice is broken. It's now making the sound the adults make, and it can fly. All in the last couple of weeks, less than 2 weeks since I've been here. It can now fly, and it's changed. It's not doing that little squeaking noise. It's sort of calling like an adult now. So yeah, it's grown up pretty quick. The lake has gone a very, very flat calm. I've had one more tench roll over this right hand rod. I've seen nothing whatsoever over the zone over there at the moment, but because I don't have to wind in the morning, not as early as normal. I'm going to hang it out for as long as possible. If I can make it till 9 o'clock, those rods will be staying in till 9 o'clock. So if anything happens during the night, you'll know about it. And if it doesn't, I'll see you in the morning. But I pretty much think you'll be coming back some point for a bloody tench. Let's hope not, eh? Let's hope it's a carp. You'll see that the light's on. Left hand rod this time. Surprise, surprise, another bloody tench. Never mind, I'll get that one sorted. Stay there. Get that mat sorted. There we are. It's all ready to go back out. I have wrapped it. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. I'm going to try put it on the camera stand and maybe position my head torch that way and sort of try to show you a cast in the dark. Probably not going to go well, is it? But let's see what happens. This should be interesting. So I've cast it out, tightened the line. I'm going to try to see how the lines look like they're going out. It won't show it. Do you know what? Yeah, they're fished pretty tight together. But never mind, you can see in the water's edge, it's like a bit of an algae bloom going on. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Yeah, you can see that. So yeah, let me zoom you back in. And let's try to have a look at those lines. Oh dear. They're fished tightly together. Very much touching. Never mind. Let's see what happens. So I've just tried getting settled down. I've had that tickle in my bloody ear. Then up there's another spider. What else have we got going on the old shelter tonight? Anything? Oh, there's a mozzie over there as well. Right, we're having a clean out, then I'm going back to bed. Good morning. Nothing more has happened since that last tench. The rain has moved in as predicted. It's just started about 10 minutes ago and it's due to rain until I think 3-4 o'clock this afternoon. So it's going to be a wet day on the bank. Like I said, I don't have to bring these rods until 9 o'clock I can get away with. So we've got 3 hours now where normally I've got maybe half an hour left. So let's see if that makes any difference, but conditions look good. I'm hoping that if the tench has stopped getting hooked, have the carp moved in and pushed the tench out? I don't know. Maybe that's just wishful thinking, who knows. I do need to check that line though when it gets light and I can see it properly, because I'm not sure how close I am. If not, I could even be pretty much crossed over. I don't know. Maybe a silly move putting it back out in the dark, but you've got to try, haven't you? Give it a go. So I'm going to get the kettle on, watch it get light, and just see how my little morning session pans out. Cheers all, second one of the morning, not the first. I've already had one in the darkness, or as it was getting light, just watching the lake. Haven't seen nothing at all this morning, no fizzing on either spots. Looks bang on out there though, overcast, drizzly, rain, it's quite mild. You would think it's perfect conditions, and it's nice that I'm not normally here at this time. I've normally gone about an hour ago. So I've just looked, it's 20 to 8 now. So I'm going to give it till 9. I can hang it out till 9 before I've got to shoot off for an hour. So we've got about an hour and 20 minutes of this left. Stand half a chance of something happening during that time, to be fair. So I'm just going to sit and have a coffee, probably have another. And if anything relevant happens, you'll know about it. And if it doesn't, I guess it'll be wind in and bugger off and come back and start another, but we'll see. In actual fact, while I'm sitting here, there is a patch of fish just come up. I don't know if it'll pick it up. It's a long way out. I can give away that is not my spot. I'm not near that, but yeah, that's the first proper patch of fish I've seen come up. So you never know, things could be happening. So anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee. sit back, enjoy my time of being here, which I don't normally get to see, and hopefully I'll bring you back with something of some interest. I'll just bring you back while I remember the left hand rod of the 2-rod setup. I did wind it in this morning, rewrap it, put it back out. It hadn't crossed the other one, but it was very, very close, and I thought, yeah, with hook links that long together, if one blew one way and one blew the other way, they could tangle links. I know it's a daft thing to come out with, but it could happen. If I get rejected by the right hand rod and it blows it towards this left rod, and the left hand rod gets rejected and blows towards the right, them hook baits would have been over each other. They was that close. So that's rewrapped, gone back out there. First cast, minimum disturbance. That's it. That's the update really. I've got, like I said, about an hour and a quarter I can get away with. If anything happens, I'll bring you back, but I don't know, it just looks quite lifeless, which is a shame, because I thought, yeah, I'm going to be here for a good period, good conditions, and I'm kind of hopeful. But I've got all day when I come back. Like I say, I'm hoping to be back by 10ish, 10:15. I've got all day, get the rods in, make another vlog. Who knows, could be on the next one. But anyway, if anything happens, I'll bring you back. If it doesn't, I'll see you for an outro. Well, I've been busy prepping the next vlog's rigs. Kind of give the game away what's happening there, but we're going to go with some proper stiff hinges on the next vlog. Sadly, it's time to bring those in now. It is now 9:15, so I need to get those in, tidy this stuff up really, and then bugger off. So it's time for that outro. Do you know what? I thought I'd do the outro in the shelter instead of standing out there in the rain. I'm just going to whip those in, get myself gone. I'll be back in about an hour or so, and then we'll carry on and make the next vlog. So apologies, no carp this vlog, 2 tench, bit of burning, bit of balanced hook bait showing. There's not really much to show on this vlog. It's been a long one with not a lot in it really, but apologies, that's just the way it is on here. Like I say, you've seen what the next vlog's going to be. Stiff hinges. Whether that makes any difference or not, I don't know, but I need to get off. So until the next time, thanks again for watching. Don't forget the old thumbs up, subscribing, all that business, and hopefully I'll see you for the next vlog.